Hi, everybody. Welcome to Next in Media. I'm Mike Shield. We're live at Cannes here. This is part of my special series on the YouTube ad ecosystem with my partners at ViewPlanner. I'm here with Kasha Cacy. She's the Chief Media Officer at Known.
Yep.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Yeah, happy to.
So I want to ask you about, it's been a couple of years now where YouTube has really been ascending in the rankings and television, which is I think it kind of shocked people maybe a year or two ago. Now it's really changing. Has the market caught up to that? Where are things in terms of them being a true contender for television dollars and being on the same table with everybody?
Yeah, I think YouTube continues to steal from television. That's happening year over year over year. I think the challenge still remains that the YouTube content is different than TV content, and it's less predictable. You don't know exactly where you're going to be.
Right.
And I think for brands, that's still a bit of a hurdle. But from a reach perspective, you have to be there, especially for certain. If you're not there for young people, you're not hitting young people.
Right.
So, I think brands are getting more and more comfortable with it.
Is it on that note? Is it a lack of this content is different than TV? I don't get it. Is it like I don't know what kind of stuff I'm going to be next to? Is it a lack of control? Like what's the barrier there?
Yeah, I think there's an education. I think it's different, and I think if you're of my generation, you look at it and sort of go, it's not high quality.
Right.
I also have a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and I know that is where they spend all their time, all day long.
I was like, this is horrible, but they love it.
Right. So there's a question of there's a snobbiness in media sometimes that is like, I want to be next to premium content, and I want but. That is where eyeballs are. So I think that, will evolve over time. I think there is a real issue, depending on how you buy it, with just not knowing what you're going to be next to. And, buying on an audience is great, but
that still isn't totally solved.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So what about, you're seeing now some of the really big creators operate like media companies and do almost like upfront type deals.
Yep.
Are you guys exploring that? I don't know how big that universe is.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but what I'm finding actually fascinating right now is you're seeing big creators and what I would almost call creator studios, right? Yeah. They're not just a human being, but they're companies producing content on YouTube. And now it's jumping to places like Netflix. So, Digital Circus is this kooky animated series that my 14-year-old loves. We've been watching it on YouTube for two years, and now we're watching it on Netflix. So there's, and it'll be interesting to see how brands feel about that content on Netflix versus YouTube.
Is it the interface, the thickness, health?
Yeah,
that is kind of. What do you need more of? And broadly, this could be a YouTube or is the measurement are the capabilities equivalent across all these platforms? You're mixing and matching, and you laugh. It sounds like you're missing something there. What's your job?
Yeah, I mean, every media partner wants to become a walled garden, and every client wants less walled gardens, right? That's just
complained about that forever, and now we all do it.
Right. So there are measurement solutions that can help. I think. Again, we're also precious in the media world. I think we miss the good for the perfect. So, there are deterministic ways of measuring. There are probabilistic ways of measuring. You've got to use both, and the idea is to get as much information as you can, even if it's not perfect information. And good is better than bad, in my opinion, or nothing.
And then I guess lastly, it's hard to sum all this up, and it's where are you? You're at Cannes. You're talking to a lot of partners. Where are we in the weirdness of the economy uncertainty? Do people feel like we're past the tariff scares and everything's fine? Or we got to go full steam ahead the second half of the year? Is it still a lot of tentativeness?
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak for what we see in our business, but at the beginning of the year, I was a little depressed because I was like, oh, not another really hard year.
Yeah.
Like that's
we've had a lot of them.
Yeah, and knock on wood, we've seen a lot of new business come in. I think the tariff and broader economy has become noise that nobody can do anything about, so they're kind of ignoring, which is fascinating to me. Yeah.
Kind of. That's all.
You just gotta go forward and say, like, we got to go forward. And yeah.
All right. Well, that's, I think, a hopeful note to end on. But thanks so much, Kasha. Let's talk again here.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.